Fermented food fixes everything isn't clickbait. It's evolution. This stanky stuff doesn't just your taste buds, it fixes your gut, your immune system, and even your brain. It hijacks your microbiome and overhauls your health from the inside out. Whether you live on the Arctic ice or in a tropical paradise, these foods transform as they rot. They're delicious survival hacks perfected over centuries of famine, war, and disease, and backed by modern science. These living foods outlast empires and rewire your body. From burying walrus meat in the permafrost to hiding cabbage in salt caves, you won't believe the wild ways they're traditionally prepared. Science has figured out how a fiery food that's 90% bacteria and 100% flavor has not only helped people's microbiome, but healed an entire culture. This fiery dish isn't just a TikTok trend. Studies show that daily kimchi eaters have 24% lower rates of health problems. Its microbes survive stomach acid 10 times better than probiotic pills, making it a gut-healing powerhouse that's been keeping Koreans healthy for centuries. But here's what nobody tells you about kimchi. The chili flakes aren't just there for the spicy kick. They play a big role on a tiny scale. The heat compound in the chili, known as capsaicin, acts as a natural mold fighter, protecting the fermenting cabbage during a process that can take months. Meanwhile, fish sauce or shrimp paste provides the helpers needed to speed up the fermentation. The longer it ferments, the more cancer-fighting compounds it makes. This isn't just food, it's medicine in a jar. But you don't need chili to ferment cabbage. Just ask the German soldiers who marched on nothing but sour weed. Sauerkraut kept 18th century sailors alive and scurvy-free when nothing else would. Today, its good bacteria reduce gut problems by 42% in studies, more than most store-bought probiotics. The best part? You only need 3 basic things to grow billions of these helpful bacteria: shredded cabbage, salt, and caraway seeds. The salt pulls water out of the cabbage to create a sour liquid, a bacteria playground where the good microbes thrive and the bad ones die. But here's the clever part that history books never mention. The caraway seeds aren't just for flavor. They add natural oils that stop harmful microbes from growing during fermentation. This isn't just poor people's food. It's an ancient preservation system so good that it kept entire armies working through harsh winters. While Germans mastered cabbage, shepherds in Russia's mountains found something even more amazing. They learned how to ferment milk into bubbly gold. Kefir contains 30 plus types of good bacteria, 3 times what's in most yogurts, linked to fewer allergies and better milk digestion. But what makes kefir truly special is how it's made. Those weird jelly-like grains floating in the milk aren't grains at all. They're a team of bacteria and yeast that looks like something from another world. The special sugars they make have been shown to lower cholesterol and blood pressure in animal tests. But not all fermented foods need milk. Japanese monks proved soybeans could become a savory treat that would change Asian cooking forever. Miso eaters have a 29% lower stroke risk. Its antioxidants fight cell damage, while another acid, yes, the same stuff in expensive skin creams, is made naturally during fermentation. The process is almost magical. Soybeans plus rice or barley plus koji mold. The koji's helpers break proteins into amino acids, creating that deep savory taste that makes your brain light up with pleasure. Darker miso equals longer ferment, equals stronger flavor, equals more health benefits. Speaking of amazing fungi, what if I told you the fluffiest bread comes from wild yeast caught from your kitchen air? Sourdough's sour acids partly break down gluten, making it easier on sensitive stomachs. It also keeps your blood sugar from spiking as much as regular bread does, by about 25%. The starter's microbes break down blocking agents, freeing minerals that would otherwise pass right through you. Rye flour? It feeds bacteria for a tangier flavor and even more nutrition. The longer they ferment, the more calming brain chemicals they make. But fermentation isn't just for bread. In South India, they turn lentils into edible air. Fermenting rice and lentils for dosa increases usable protein by 30% and creates vitamin B12, a rare plant-based win. The natural bacteria break down starches into sugars, creating their tangy taste and airy texture through microbial magic. These foods built empires. But what happens when fermentation gets too creative? Next up, a Swedish fish so smelly it's banned on planes, and an Inuit treat buried in frozen ground. But what happens when fermentation gets too creative? Next up, a Swedish fish so smelly it's banned on planes, and an Inuit treat buried in frozen ground. This rotten herring is so smelly, airlines ban it. Let's explore the science of stink. Surströmming isn't just stinky. It's a cultural treasure in Sweden dating back to the 1500s when it was made as a way to keep fish fresh for Navy sailors. The secret to its eye-watering smell? Special bacteria make hydrogen sulfide during fermentation, the same stuff that gives rotten eggs their signature smell. The cans actually bulge from the ongoing fermentation gases, making them look like they're about to pop. Despite the smell, or maybe because of it, surströmming has become a point of pride. Locals eat it outdoors with flatbread and potatoes, and the surströmming challenge has become a viral trend where foreigners try and usually fail to keep it down. If you think that's extreme, wait until you see how Arctic communities ferment meat. Igunaq is what happens when you bury walrus, whale, or seal meat underground for months. Inuit communities have mastered this method over thousands of years, creating a way to preserve food that works in one of Earth's harshest places. The permanently frozen ground acts as a natural fridge, while controlled rotting creates a unique flavor that's rich in nutrients needed for survival in the Arctic. The fermentation process breaks down toxins and makes the fat easier to digest, crucial when fresh food is scarce during long winters. But not all strange ferments involve animal products. Eastern Europe gave us a drink that's basically liquid bread. Kvass is what happens when you ferment stale rye bread with water, sugar, and wild yeast. The result is a tangy, slightly alcoholic drink that was safer than water in medieval Russia. Modern studies show how kvass contains acids that help digestion and vitamins that boost energy. The good bacteria in traditional kvass can help fix gut balance after taking antibiotics, making this ancient drink surprisingly useful in our modern world. What all these foods share is controlled rot, the careful growing of specific microbes that change ordinary ingredients into super nutritious foods. The fermentation process creates special fatty acids that feed your gut lining, enzymes that break down harmful compounds, and helpful bacteria that push out bad germs. Your gut microbiome, that ecosystem of trillions of tiny organisms living in your digestive system, directly talks to your brain through a special nerve, affecting everything from mood to immune function. This isn't fake science, it's cutting-edge medical research. The gut-brain connection is now being studied as a possible treatment path for conditions from depression to Parkinson's disease. Those traditional fermented foods your ancestors ate, they were healing themselves without even knowing it. From kimchi's probiotics to surströmming's stink, fermentation shows that gross is just what you're used to. One person's rotten food is another's delicacy, and possibly the key to their long life. So next time you're reaching for that bottle of factory-made probiotic pills, think about this. Humans have been fermenting foods for over 10,000 years. These traditional methods have been perfected through generations of trial and error, creating complex microbial communities that no lab can fully copy. Fermented foods don't just feed you, they feed the trillions of microorganisms that make you who you are. And that's how fermented food truly with your health, in all the right ways. Which of these will you try next? Any we missed? Let us know in the comments below. And if you thought this was fascinating, you're going to lose your mind over next week's video, where I reveal how a simple wrapped food became a global phenomenon, from Korean bulgogi burritos to Indian Frankies to Lebanese shawarma wraps. I'll show you how the humble food shape conquered the world's cuisines and the shocking origin story nobody talks about. Hit subscribe now so you don't miss Burrito Battles, the wrapped food that changed history. Trust me, you'll never look at your lunch the same way again.